Welcome to LUTV News Break. I am Akira Mouton.
I am Karen Brigance. They say you will never truly know a person until you've walked a mile in their shoes. That is why the Student Health Department set up multiple events to spread awareness and educate the LU community about the seriousness of sexual assault. LUTV News reporter Jacob Bennett has more on the story.
As April is Sexual Assault Awareness Month, the Student Health Department is putting on events to help spread awareness of sexual assault. One of the more famous events on campus has to be the Walk a Mile in Her Shoes event, which garners a lot of attention for the cause.
Seeing a bunch of guys walking around in red high heels in the middle of the afternoon is going to get some attention. And so they're also holding a bunch of signs that say things like, rape hurts all people.
The Walk a Mile in Her Shoes event spreads awareness of sexual assault by having men wear high heels to take a walk around campus. This is done to help show solidarity in the fight against sexual assault.
So my favorite part about today's event was seeing the awesome support from all of our guys here at Lamar and just getting them to come out and be excited about spreading awareness about sexual assault awareness.
Being on a college campus, this event blends fun and also the serious nature of what sexual assault is and how to be safer on campus. Another thing the Student Health Department does is make sure to inform students on the statistics and why it is important to spread awareness of sexual assault.
So I think it's really important to talk about sexual assault because, it happens everywhere. And 1 in 5 women actually will get assaulted sexually. And so I think it's really important to talk about these issues.
Jacob Bennett, LUTV News, Beaumont.
Rare cases of blood clots are being reported among women ages 18 through 48 who have received the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. The vaccine has not been recalled, but the Center of Disease Control and Food and Drug Administration have recommended a pause on giving the vaccine. Doctors are being given the option to continue the vaccine if they find the benefits to outweigh the risks in individual cases. The Lamar University COVID-19 Vaccine Clinic has canceled appointments for the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. The clinic has requested to have more orders of the Pfizer and Moderna vaccines to be sent to the university.
The mayoral race is heating up in Vidor, and LUTV News anchor Tommy Byers had the opportunity to speak to one of the candidates who feels his fresh outlook is just what the city needs.
With the mayoral race heating up in Vidor, a young, confident leader is looking to take charge.
And for its people is for their citizens to be heard by their government. And that's one of the big things that I've heard from a lot of people talking to people, knocking on doors, and being relayed to me on Facebook is that a lot of people feel like they're not heard. And so for me, number one is for people to be heard by the mayor. For me, I look at it more as a strength because I don't have a reason to believe that things should work a certain way just because they have in the past. And I'm not going to owe anybody anything. The only thing that's going to matter to me if I win is what's best for the city. Through my campaign, I'm making sure not to take political donations, just use my own money for signs and making sure that that no one's able to call in a favor later.
With Seth LaPrey being an educator here at Vidor High School, it has left many constituents wondering, is there a conflict of interest?
The teaching was what kind of opened my eyes to some of the things that I didn't see before. And so you don't have power over the school district. I mean, in some ways, obviously, but not in any real ways. Like the school board handles everything related to the school, and I wouldn't be on the school board. And so it'd be over city things. And so there'd be no conflict of interest there. If there are any questions, and if you have concerns or reasons to tell me why I'm not fit or things I need to learn, I would love to hear those things. I think the people who criticize you the hardest are the ones you can learn the most from.
Tommy Byers, LUTV News, Vidor.
In Orange, Texas, the Bassmaster Tournament took place after the mask mandate was lifted. LUTV sports anchor Gabriel Porch was able to reel in participants to get a behind-the-scenes look of the tournament.
With the return of the Bassmasters Tournament, fishers began to compete.
This year is the top 100 anglers out of that. So what you have here is the postseason, what we call the Tiger Woods of bass fishing.
Typically, to get into this series, they have to win at one of the lower levels, which is what they call their open series.
At the end of the event, many participants will be awarded cash and prizes.
First prize is $100,000, and then it goes down from there to where most of the anglers end up with some kind of a payment.
And when they go to the Classic, can get up into millions when you take endorsements and all the other things that they pick up through wins and some of the other businesses that helps generate once they win those championships.
If fishing isn't your game, Carnival is calling your name.
The attendance we have right now, people are ready to get out and do something.
And it's an outdoor event, so we know that we're trying to follow all safety protocols, even though everything is still open.
I think it's grown more in the last year because people want to get out. They want to get in open air.
With the mask mandate being lifted, residents of Orange felt comfortable attending the event.
Orange does a great job letting the community know that we're coming, and honestly, we're proud to
A typical event like this has an economic boost for our county of about $2.2 million.
It's probably in the $15 to $20 million range since we started doing this.
Gabriel Porch, LUTV News, Orange.
Well, it's good to see that fishing season has brought us some nice weather.
I agree, and you may be able to head out to the lake this weekend if the weather stays nice. LUTV Weather's Tommy Byers can tell us what type of weather to fish for this weekend. Tommy?
We are going to be fishing for some sunny skies, but first, Google Earth is out with a new feature that lets users see the dramatic effects of climate change over the past 40 years. It's called Time Lapse. It shows visual evidence of how the Earth has changed due to climate change and human behavior. The feature is a complication of staggering 24 million satellite photos taken from 1984 to 2020. It highlights melting ice caps, reducing glaciers, urban growth, and wildfires of agriculture. You can type any location you see in motion, whether it's a landmark or a location where you grew up. So now that we have mapped out climate change, let's map out our 7-day forecast. We are going to begin our week with a breezy high 72 for both Wednesday and Thursday, and we will see lows in the upper 40s and around the mid 60s. However, as we see higher temperatures this weekend, we're going to have a 90% chance of rain on Friday. And so as we move into our weekend, the sun will move in and rain will move out, and we will see a high of 86 on Saturday and a low of 61 on Sunday. And as we move into our work week, we will have a high around 81 and lows in the lower to mid 60s. We will also see a 30% chance of rain on Tuesday. This has been Tommy Byers for your 7-day forecast for LUTV Weather. Back to you.
Thank you for watching LUTV News Break. To see more content from LUTV News, follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook.
Be sure to join us next time for LUTV News, where your campus, community, and culture news come together.